parents of an 18-year-old activist accuse Ezra Miller of grooming daughter with cult-like behavior.
Ooh.
You know who Ezra Miller?
Was she storing her toenails up?
Up where?
Just in a jar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Storing.
Storing, right. I thought she was... I don't know. You're the one that said up. I was just trying to figure out what up meant.
Just the sheer amount of toenails.
No.
Is growing.
Okay. No, she does not have a storeroom of...
Well, that's Cult 101. I don't know what they're doing.
Okay. So, cult-like.
Yeah.
They're still
Learn
getting
how
there.
to draw a pentagram. Next step.
Okay. So, do you know who Ezra Miller is?
No.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I've been trying to get to for the last hour, but you've been on your toenail rants.
Who is Ezra?
So, Ezra Miller
No.
is an actor, and he's famous for playing... for doing those commercials for the toe fungus thing.
I don't have anything for
yeah, it was
toe
a
fungus.
joke.
Oh.
Because you said toenail.
Oh, man. I was like, man, I was spot on that, though.
I am so good at my freaking job.
That's it. I'm not working tonight.
Yeah. No, Ezra Miller is the Flash from Justice League.
Kind of remember him. I never got into that one.
He is the...
He's like 20s to 30s?
He's 29.
Okay.
28, 29, something like that.
Yeah.
He is the weirdo wizard from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. He's the kid who has this amazing magic power.
Oh, yeah.
That's him.
The one that the main guy was trying to save.
Right.
Okay.
That's Ezra Miller.
Kind of remember him. He's kind of just someone who blends into the background, as it were, face-wise for me.
Really?
Yeah. There's nothing too catching for me. But that's not important. So what did he do to groom this...
This guy doesn't catch your eye at all?
Well, he's wearing red lipstick in that picture. Of course he catches my eye. But also, he looks completely different. Okay, this is a better way to describe it. Every time I see him, he looks a lot different for the character
that he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because he dresses like this normally.
Yeah, so I can't put a face to the name.
And he is wearing a cult-like ring in this one.
He looks very culty in that picture.
Yeah, this is a very cult leader.
And his two outside fingers are...
His pinky and his pointer.
How is he doing that? So he's making the love sign, everyone. But his pinky and pointer finger are touching, like as a triangle at the top. And I'm trying so hard to do this, but I'm not even close.
Well, you're not in.
Yeah, he really went through some training.
You're not in the cult. You can't make it.
That's how you get in.
Yeah.
Are you a chosen one? Put these fingers together.
Yeah. Please take me.
I have no idea how he's doing it. Maybe it's just how the
camera angle is.
Yeah.
Could be. So Ezra Miller is being accused of grooming a now 18-year-old activist from the age of 12 as the parents seek court intervention. According to court documents filed Tuesday, he's also been in a lot of trouble in Hawaii lately. He's gotten arrested like 2 or 3 times. Oh,
I thought you meant skin tone-wise. He was getting a lot of sunburn.
No, that's not what I meant.
Bad burns, man. Lots of trouble.
Surprisingly enough, he has people to wipe lotion on him, and he doesn't even have to pay him because they're cult members.
Oh, that's nice. They probably just give him a hood.
It's very nice, yeah. So according to court documents filed Tuesday in Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Court and obtained by People, attorney and activist Chase Iron Eyes and his pediatrician wife, Sarah Jumping Eagle, claimed that Miller... Native Americans, by the way. Yeah. I don't know if you couldn't tell based on the names.
Yeah. I decided I would be an adult and remember where they probably got the names from.
Okay,
so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
and wife, Sarah Jumping Eagle, claimed that Miller, now 29, has been manipulating and controlling their daughter, Tocata Iron Eyes, since the two met at Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota back in 2016.
Ooh, I like her name. Iron Eyes.
Iron Eyes. She sounds like a transformer. They say Miller took it because it's Ironhide.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Or
I
Ironside?
just imagine a very steely gaze from her constantly.
Ironside or Ironhide?
I think it's Ironhide.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So they say Miller took an immediate and apparent innocent liking to Dakota at that time.
So
No.
steely eyes.
Yeah. I don't care. So let's say this was 2016. So that was 6 years ago. So he would have been 23 and she would have been 12. You don't find it inappropriate that a 23-year-old took an innocent liking to your daughter.
Right. It's got a whole bunch of weird around that one, guys.
That just sounds weird.
That is a potent smell of weird.
Granted, back in 2016, I don't think he was doing all of the crazy crap he's doing now.
Yeah, he could have had a more presentable appearance about him.
Yeah, something that's a little bit easier to digest. So the parents allege Miller gave Tocata alcohol and drugs like marijuana and LSD as a teen and exhibited a pattern of corrupting a minor. Man, he gave... So a white guy gave a Native American chick alcohol and nobody had a problem with that.
At the time? Yeah, it seems because how they're describing it, maybe they just found out about this.
Still, I would have just... I don't care. There's something weird about a 23-year-old being intrigued, innocently or otherwise, with a 12-year-old.
Right. Just,
Other than just like a passing, like...
Even if she is a cool kid.
Yeah.
Like, if he's a good adult, he'll wait until she's like 18 to start hanging out with her. Yeah. If anything.
But even then, now he's 29 and she's 18. That's
right.
Weird.
It's still weird.
Still weird.
But somewhat acceptable. It's because I would be more understanding if, you know, like they got along when she was 12, but he removed himself from being in her life because he knew that this was very inappropriate. And then they saw each other again. Let's move up her age to 20 instead. And they met up with each other, and it turns out they were souls. What do they call them?
Mates?
Soulmates, yeah. Wow, that was a tough one for me.
They were souls. Did you believe it?
Yeah, could not remember that one.
So, and then he gave his kid LSD.
Yeah, and, this is bad.
I would slit somebody's throat.
Were the parents just not around to see that they were hanging out?
I don't know.
I can't imagine a parent knowing that this guy is around being okay with it.
I wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So Chase and Sarah said in the Monday morning quarterbacking.
Right, yeah.
So Chase and Sarah said in the documents that Miller, through the Quiet organization with which the actor was affiliated, offered to pay for Dakota to attend college early at 16 at Bard College at Simon's Rock in Massachusetts. Miller would later use this against Tocata to create a sense of indebtedness, the parents say in the documents. So she went to school early at 16, so she's smart.
Yeah. And then he has made a way for him to be a part of her life.
Yeah. So Tocata then dropped out of school in December. Their parents say that they then traveled. So it's a trans child as well.
Oh, the Dakota?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I also think Tocata is Scorpion's grandson or son. In Mortal Kombat games.
Could be.
So there's that too.
So you said this is this girl or boy. I'm losing.
They.
Yeah. So they're they.
They're they.
Okay.
So their parents say that they then traveled to Miller's home in Vermont in January, finding that Tocata didn't have their driver's license. bank cards, or keys, preventing Takata from leaving on their own accord. Grammatically a little difficult to read out loud, but not bad.
It is. And I think that's the problem with the they, them, their pronouns.
It's just grammatically incorrect.
Yeah, it makes it sound like a group of people.
Right. Sounds like you've got a bigger problem. There's a lot of personalities in that child.
Yeah.
So once home, Takata spent 3 weeks detoxifying, then fled to New York City, the parents claimed, to reunite with Miller, who's also identifies as trans, by the way, who then traveled with Takata to Los Angeles and Hawaii, where Miller has gotten into legal trouble and arrests in recent months. Yeah, I don't know. This seems like bad parenting. I understand that this guy is, he's a movie star, and he's probably very charming, and he's probably, it's all very exciting being around somebody like that.
Yeah.
But if he's around you for your daughter or for your I don't know.
I think that their best chance was to notice this early on and cut him out of her life. But now that
it's been 6 years,
now that it's been this long, and Takata knows him very well. Takata knows Miller very well. And he has lots of money from all his movie deals.
Right.
I don't see much of a chance of them being separated.
Now, so let's see here. So once home, Takata spent 3 weeks detoxifying, then fled to New York City and Hawaii. Okay, where Miller's gotten into some trouble. Okay, so Chase and Sarah say they are concerned for their daughter's safety and mental well-being. Okay, so it's a daughter to you guys. Just making sure. And that Miller displays cult-like, psychologically manipulative, controlling behavior.
I believe that.
They allege that Miller uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, there we go, paranormal, that would be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He would be the first successful cult leader. Delusions and drugs to hold sway over a young adolescent Takata.
Sounds like a Charles Manson.
Yep. Miller's been able to be reached by people for comment. Takata issued a statement on Instagram Monday with the caption, "Context," addressing assumptions made on my behalf by my family and friends regarding my stability and otherwise. Chase and Sarah told people Takata doesn't have a phone and doubt whether they wrote the statement. So her parents say, well, she doesn't have a phone, so how could she post this?
That makes sense. It's very logical.
So I dropped out of Bard 5 months ago. My friend and comrade William passed shortly thereafter. Comrade. So she's a commie. Thereafter, my mind was incredibly impacted, and I've needed space and time for the processing of grief. 5 months is a bit long. My comrade, Ezra Miller, for the entirety of the aforementioned era, has only provided loving support and invaluable protection throughout this period of loss, wrote
a shit ton
Takata.
of drugs.
Well, that's the...
that's the loving support.
That's loving support.
Right.
And the invaluable protection is holding on to her valuables.
Just the penthouse he rents.
So Takata added that my father and his allegations hold no weight and are frankly transphobic, always, and based in the notion that I am somehow incapable of coherent thought or opposing opinions to those of my own kindred worrying about my well-being. I am now aware of the severity of emotional and psychological manipulation I was made to endure while I was in my parents' home. So what does she say? She says the exact same thing a teenager would say.
Yep.
Which is, you want to know about control and psychological manipulation and abuse? Well, I did experience that when I was living with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot it was your parents that gave you the drug habit.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I forgot that it was your parent that gave you the drug habit.
Couldn't think of anything on your own, huh?
Shut up! I think of things.
Yeah.
All the time I'm thinking things.
Mm-hmm.
Things, thoughts.
Yeah, wow.
theirs, thems.
You got a big head. It's filled with stuff.
I hate you. So I am an adult, and I deserve to feel authority in my own body. I agree with you that you deserve to feel authority in my own body. I'm not really sure what that means.
No, me neither. It's more of just, do you fully understand
You're hanging out with
what your decisions mean?
You're hanging out with a guy that just got arrested for assaulting multiple people.
Right.
That's the guy that you're living. It's this weird thing where kids look at their parents and they don't see, because they get this friend that wants what's best for them, but they're still their friend, right? So then, because they like them,
right,
and they say they want what's best for you, and it also aligns with what you want, you assume that that's the right thing. But really, your parents are going, no, this isn't right for you, and you disagree with them, so then you call it abuse.
Yeah, this friend is using a lot of manipulative tactics by warming up to you, saying, this is what's good for you, instead of being like, no, trust your mom and dad. They obviously
want what's best for you.
Taken care of you until you were 12.
Yeah. I don't know. So, let's see here. I am an adult and I deserve to feel authority in my own body, said Takata, who added that they are excited to speak with a therapist about their anxiety and probable depression. See, and it always amazes me that the people who suffer from anxiety and probable depression and need to speak with a therapist are also the ones that are so cocksure that it's their parents' fault.
Yeah,
or that it's in some way out of their control, or that it's some way not the dangerous thing. For example, I have a couple family members that suffer from real addiction, and they don't blame the addiction for where their life is. They blame their family. Mm-hmm. And that's not right. You go, no, you're the one that's on meth. Mm-hmm. The parents aren't on meth. All right, you're the one that's losing your teeth. You know, it's not because they're getting punched out. I mean, it is, but because of your drug dealer boyfriend, not because of your parents.
Yeah, and I would agree, like, there's a lot of difficulty growing up nowadays, I think, with society-wise. I think a lot of this is just blurred lines now. And I think what people forget is that most of the time parents just want what's best for you. And they want to see you become a successful adult. And that means providing for yourself, getting yourself a good job, having somewhat of an education. Because I think
you're
college
also 18.
systems are a little bit weird right now.
You're also 18. You don't know anything.
Right.
You think you know everything.
Yeah.
But that's because you just haven't had your eyes open to what's really going on in the world, which is a lot of crap.
Yeah. But first you gotta put your own stuff in order. You gotta start paying for your own phone bills. You gotta pay for housing. You gotta figure out to even pay for yourself first before you start shifting blame and finding other avenues to entertain yourself or become who you are.
Yeah.
When you can't even fully take care of yourself.
Yeah, it's always baffling to me. So Takata said, my choices are my own, and called their parents' legal action a bout of blatant betrayal and toxicity.
Toxicity.
Being used to punish me with, describing it as embarrassing and traumatically life-altering. I would agree that it is life-altering, but I think it's meant to be for the better, life-altering. Because you're now 18, you said you've got bodily autonomy, and that you deserve to feel authority in your own body, but you still need to see a therapy because you have anxiety and depression. That would entail me that you don't have a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you don't really know what to do with your body.
Right. Which there's nothing wrong with that because you're 18. Hell, it's like that's what normal 18-year-olds feel. Mm-hmm. But it's just, I think an actor is taking advantage of your confusion. Mm-hmm. I think he also probably encouraged it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think this guy, since he's had his clutches on you since you were 12, and I think he weakened your mind a little bit because he gave you alcohol and drugs while you were still in your developmental stages for your brain.
Yeah, he gave you LSD.
Which is, this is during when you're 12 and onward until you're 18. That's when you're still developing a lot of your social skills and your emotion stability. And it sounds like he's the one that really messed you up if you've got all this anxiety and crap.
Yeah. I still blame the parents for letting this happen in the first place, but still.
Yeah.
So relationships in my life have been grossly affected, some detrimentally so. This behavior is unacceptable and needs to be called out, concluded Tokata. So Tokata is an activist who has spoken during events like Supercharge, Women All In... Oh, that's what it is.
Oh.
In September 2020, the Makers Conference in February 2020, and All It Takes Lasting Legacy back in April 2018. They are followed on Instagram by actress Shailene Woodley, who has protested the Dakota Access Pipeline, as well as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Tokata posted a video Sunday in which they are seen laughing on a set of stairs alongside Miller, who appeared to be smoking, and another friend. A judge signed the request for a protective order, ordering that Miller cannot have contact or harass Dakota, Sarah, or Chase, or come within 100 yards of their residence. They noted that the court cannot locate or serve the order to Miller because his and Tokata's location is unknown. That's the other thing. How about Miller? You take it in for a second and you realize that you have an 18-year-old girl with you. Them, whatever you want to call, whatever they're using.
Yeah.
You have an 18-year-old child, and the parents don't know where that child is.
Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. And then you see on the news that you don't know where your daughter is, but you know he, she, them is with Ezra Miller, and then you look on the news and you see Ezra Miller's face plastered all over the news saying he just got arrested.
Yeah. Oh, good. Great. I hope my daughter's safe. Yeah, he's not a stable...
Right, that's going to calm me down.
Yeah. So, he's just enjoying all this madness he's caused. I mean, them have caused.
DC is not doing a good job of hiring stable human beings.
No.
To play the superheroes. They're picking villains, in fact, to play their
Ooh, what a twist.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you think about it, you got this guy. He's playing the Flash.
Yeah.
Right? And then you've got...
you got Amber Heard.
You got Amber Heard laying turds.
She's doing great.
Yeah, she's playing Aquaman's love interest.
We got some more, or is that it? I mean, we had Christian Bale for a second, but, that was years ago.
Yeah, he's not a criminal.
Yeah, well, he had allegations of hitting his mom, I guess.
Did he?
It was long years ago.
Long years ago.
Long years ago.
Oh.
I think it was like 2012.
Okay. No, I never heard anything about that. Maybe I just chose not to.
Yeah, there's a good chance. It was right in his prime.
Yeah.
And also, that's when news like that comes out.
Who knows? If Ezra Miller would have, revolutionized the Flash, maybe I would be on his side too. It's hard to say.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything too crazy about The Flash. I heard it was good.
No, there was no movie about The Flash.
I thought he had a show.
Oh, yeah, there's a show, but it's not the same guy.
Oh.
Different guy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got confused. So it's the Flash from the DC movies.
Yeah.
I thought it was the show. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
That guy is not convincing anybody.